Hi, and welcome to the Growing as a Family podcast. My name is Joel.
And I'm Clarice.
And today we kind of got a special episode. We are kind of talking about our experience buying and renovating our house. Take you through the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, the
ins and the outs.
The ins and the outs. The things that we did do, the things that we should have done. Yeah, all for it. And we have some tips, hopefully some pictures, and we're going to give you guys a great story, hopefully.
Yeah. Sorry we've been away for so long.
Yes.
Life it's a terrible excuse, but busy.
Yeah.
And we're not well-seasoned podcasters.
Are we famous?
A little bit.
Okay.
No.
All right. Sorry, all the viewers.
Depending on where you're listening, it could be one of our lower viewed places.
That is true. Check us out on YouTube. There you go. Do you want to kick us off?
Sure. So, I feel like this is more like your story than mine, but it's kind of...
It's both of ours.
But, yeah, we were looking for a house when we were engaged. I don't think any earlier than that, but... Yeah, we were kind of looking in a few different towns, but we had kind of like a tight-ish budget. I don't know.
We did.
It was the economy, you can't get much for
That's
very
true.
much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we looked at, I don't know, maybe a dozen homes, I'd say.
It felt like a lot.
Yeah.
But
a lot of letdowns.
Yeah,
oh my.
Yeah.
We could have a whole episode on the terrible houses.
Oh man.
We've seen rats collapsing.
Sagging.
5-foot ceilings.
Put a marble on one side and a roll to the other side of the house. Oh.
There was one with the staircase that was like a ladder.
It was. You could reach out in front of you and touch the stairs. It was. What am I gonna do? Climb that?
Oh my. But we ended up traveling to the town that we live in now, and we had a few houses that we were going to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was just kind of like tacked on. Where it didn't have many pictures on like Zillow or whatever.
Mm-mm.
But we're like, well, we're already in the area, so we might as well check out another one, and it's in our price range.
Yes.
Which is the bottom of the barrel. But yeah, we looked at the other houses, and we're like, ugh. And then we came to this one, and we're like, And I like to say that God put blindfolds on us.
He definitely put blindfolds on.
Because this was like nothing to
This
see.
was the house that we currently are living in. Looking at it in person before it was renovated, oh man, it was something else.
Yeah. It was like a haunted house meets a renter,
Smoky.
bachelor pad,
Yep.
smoker, druggies.
Yep.
And we were like...
We fell in love with it. Yeah.
It was... I will say, like, the thing that caught my eye was there is a lot of, like, original wood and, like, character in the house, I'd say. And I'm a big sucker for the look of character and, like, a homey feel. And I liked... Our house is pretty much just, like, a square with a peak.
Yep.
It's your normal house. The front door's right in the middle. It's like the house you draw when you're a child.
Yeah.
And it has a big front porch and a nice sized backyard. I was like, I like a lot of, what it's got going on, just nothing like inside besides the wood. And I think maybe you looked at it and you were like, this is possible. So I kind of like it.
I liked it because it had good bones.
Yeah.
Like, it was the first house, honestly, of the dozen that I walked into, and I felt like I wasn't leaning a direction. I was looking at the wall, and it was straight up and down. Like, the roof was on. So
many positives.
So many positives of this house. But it was yet still terrible, I guess, if you wanted to say. It needed a lot of work.
I wouldn't say, like... some houses you're like, okay, you could move into it, and or you could do a bunch of cosmetic work. I feel like you couldn't. I mean, you could live in this house, But you'd have to have really low standards.
If I was homeless and a drug dealer, I would move into the house. But other than that, no. I wouldn't put my body within 10 feet of it.
And we were looking for a house that was going to be our first house right when we got married. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, we saw the potential on this one, and we did end up putting an offer in. We had, like, our parents both come look at it, and our offer got accepted.
Completely lowballed them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they were, like, desperate or something. But we closed on April 21st of 2023.
Yep.
So, coming up, 2.5 years?
Yep.
And then we had 6 months till we got married.
Yep.
In October. So
that was my time crunch. Yeah. I had a deadline, and she was like, I can't move into a house I don't want to live in. So renovate it because I wanna live there.
Yeah.
And that kind of really started our renovation journey.
Yeah.
Because both of our parents looked at it, and your dad was like, yeah, we could do this, and my mom was like, oh, yeah, this is great. You could do this, that, and this, and the bones are awesome. The basement looks great.
They were, like, helping me be like, oh, yeah, instead of, they could have talked us out of it.
They egged us on, for sure.
But a little backstory, my dad flipped houses when I was growing up, so, this was nothing, like, scary to him or intimidating. I think he was just like, I don't know, impressed that we were willing to, like, go for it.
Sure.
Maybe also a little, like, apprehensive for us.
Right.
But, yeah, that was helpful. But, yeah, I'd say we got, like, right to demolition.
We did. Like, the day we closed, I want to say my family came over and we started demoing. We just started taking out the carpet. I mean, we demoed everything. We demoed, like, the kitchen, the bathroom, the upstairs tile flooring, I should say.
The main floor.
And then the main floor as well. Upstairs had a lot of
that. The upstairs had fake wood, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, all the main flooring came out. The whole kitchen came out. The whole bathroom. Like, it was...
Yeah, it was a mild smoker house. Mm-hmm. I don't know if, like, heavy smoke or just years of little bits of smoke. But, yeah, we did a lot of, like... washing,
cleaning the wood,
painting over, like, refinishing our floors and stuff, just getting out everything. To get rid of the stuff.
Another thing, too, like, the whole house needed to be rewired electrically, and I, at that time, was an electrical helper, so I had, like, next to no experience, but I was, like, in the trade, so I was doing it every day, and I was like, well, now I gotta do my whole house, and so, for me... For sure, it was like a big project. I was like, how am I going to do this? But what I was learning at work during the day, I'd go home and I'd practice on my own house.
I will say I was always confident. I was like, he's an electrician. I don't know. That was nice because that would have been a lot of money to rewire. What was it called? Knob and tube?
It was. No more.
Scary stuff.
It is scary stuff. Call me to replace yours. Right now, $199, Joel.
Oh my! I don't think that quite adds up to that amount. No, it does. Wow, that could be your number.
Perfect. Call me, folks. But anyways, I like to say to people that come and walk through our house with a look of awe and amazement, I always remind them that we touched every part of this house. Clarice spent hours scrubbing the wood.
These people... painted, like, they didn't care about this house, but they painted, like, willy-nilly, and they got paint all over, like, the wood and stuff.
The trim and I was the floor.
No. Like, so I spent a lot of time, like, scraping that off. But it's the little things,
We really did touch the entire house, though. I mean...
Yeah, you de-popcorned the ceiling.
I replumbed.
Is that what it's called? Plumbed?
Plumb, yeah. Plumbing. I plummeted. I did the plumbing in the house, okay? Whatever the word is, past tense of plumb.
Oh, my.
Oh, man.
I'd say, well, that's, like, about our house.
Yeah, that's...
Now, like, the process of actually, like, renovating it after, like, demo time, it was, like, a lot of time was spent here. I feel like all of our free time, all of our weekends was, like, house.
Well, and just to clarify, we didn't live here. We, after like a couple weeks of renovating, we kind of got one room like kind of good to go, and I moved into that one room, and we kind of like closed the door and closed it off from the rest of the house. But Clarice didn't live here at all. Like, we didn't spend a lot of time here during the first couple months, I'd
like
say.
hanging out.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time like working
Right.
here and stuff.
But,
and
yeah.
I will say we ate here a lot, and that's because I care too much about Joel to let him starve, and I knew that he wouldn't have eaten anything good.
Just keep working right through
if I didn't come. So we always look back on that because we grilled every night. We grilled everything because this house had a grill.
It was a lifesaver.
It came with, I guess. It's like the crappiest grill ever.
It's not crappy. It's my baby.
Okay. You liked that and the broom it came with.
Yeah, and it came with a broom. Those are the two things that came with the house.
But we did a lot of grilling out, which was
Yep.
fun. We ate outside, and that's how we spent our nights. But yeah, it was a lot of talking about the house and doing like little projects that felt like they'd never get anywhere.
Yeah, it felt for the longest time like we just got everything demoed, and then it was like, okay, we got to rebuild some things. We don't have a kitchen, we don't have a bathroom, we don't have like lights anywhere, we don't.
Yeah.
It was open the windows and clean, and what are we doing? But
we had a lot of trips to Menards.
Like, it felt like a million.
We live actually right next to Menards. Well,
it's like 5 minutes from Menards, and somehow it turns into like an hour being at Menards and whatever. Yeah. So a quick Menards trip turns into a long time. Yeah. But I would say once your dad came, he's a lifesaver. He was like, okay, Joel, this week we are going to work on the bathroom. And I'm like, okay. So he would come, and I don't know whether he had it all like planned out in his head or probably prior experience too. But he's like, we need these things. We're going to get this. We're going to grab like a toilet already. I'm like, toilet? What? He's like, well, yeah, you got to have some place to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, I didn't even think we were going to get to a toilet. And in a long weekend, we managed to renovate the whole bathroom.
Yeah, and that felt like, that was like the first thing that was like, whoa, the house is coming together. Like, it's going to be something.
Yeah.
And that was nice because, you want to have a place to shower and go to the bathroom. And that just makes it feel like a little more homey.
Oh, yeah.
But.
And then from then on, it was kind of, I would do the little stuff in between. And your dad would kind of come every other weekend, I would think. It was a lot. And he's like, okay, we're going to work on this weekend. We're going to paint all of upstairs. And we ended up building a wall upstairs as well. We're going to tackle upstairs. And so we would do that when he was there. And then I'd work on electrical or some like drywall stuff while he was gone.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he definitely helped it all come together in that time. Yeah, the bathroom was pretty quick, and we decided to get carpet upstairs, and we got that installed. And after that went in, and it was like painted up there, we were like, wow, like that felt, it was done, it was like an area, a whole upstairs that was done. And we're like, wow, this is awesome.
Well, time out. Keep in mind, I had to cut up the whole floor for all the electrical. We had to clean all of the trim and recut it because we built a wall. Yeah. So, and we put like...
Yeah, it wasn't like easy, but it was more cosmetic.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly paint and flooring, but... Yeah, and what was your favorite project?
Honestly, I feel like the bathroom was super fun because it was such like a project that came together. But the kitchen was really fun. Like hanging all the cabinets and like picking the layout of our kitchen, that was really fun too. Yeah, I feel like that was just like the big projects. And especially when you have help, like it doesn't seem so daunting then. And you're like, oh, yay, cool, let's do this. Let's put it all up together and stuff. So, yeah.
I don't know what mine was.
What was yours, honey?
I don't know, like all of them in a way. Because I really liked seeing everything like come together. And that was like really encouraging to me to be like, you have a list of rooms and be like, oh, this one's done, this one's
Yeah.
done, this one's done.
Yeah.
Even though the kitchen is so big still, we have all these done,
Right.
like it felt like
Yeah.
nice and like things were moving along. But
Yeah.
I had fun with the kitchen too. I mean, I had a lot of fun with like everything because I got to pick like the design and stuff.
Mrs. Design over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Creamed vanilla. Everybody.
I heard that word for a long time.
It's our paint color.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I like a warm feeling house, so
Yeah.
it was fun to like get to design like my own house because
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
Well, and like even deciding on like what we want our house to look like, we kind of settled on like, I don't know, cottage, farmhouse, antique. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, we hopefully will maybe submit some pictures, or you'll see some pictures from Clarice's blog, kind of what our kitchen looks like, or our bathroom, or something.
Or we can insert some.
Yeah, we can do
If
that
you're
too.
on YouTube.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube watching us, we might insert some at the end, or something. Do like a house preview or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what did we learn through renovating a house together?
Yeah. I feel like, we kind of just talked about
Mm-hmm.
the house and, demo to finishing, but like there was some meat in the middle.
There was some tough times. There was some conversations. There was maybe some fights.
Yeah, maybe a few.
Because really, I mean, it's
Learn a lot.
ultimate teamwork, though.
Yeah.
You learn a lot. But it's working together with another person and like also acknowledging their wants and desires and placing them in kind of like a pool with your own and being like, okay, we're gonna accept all ideas right now, not just my own. And I think at the start that was a little hard for me because, obviously being single for the rest of my life before her, like, and then all of a sudden also holding her wants and desires to the same degree that mine are. It's like, wow, that's crazy, like really selfless, and it called me to a higher standard that I don't know if I was ready for yet, but yeah.
You didn't know that women are opinionated?
I know you are. But I really like that about you because you know what you want most of the time, except if it's a paint color, then you gotta look at all of them to know what you
I'm not
want.
just gonna know exactly right away. Girls, no. Gotta look at every paint color.
Yep.
They don't have to make so many. Jeez.
So,
Yeah, I feel like the main thing during that time was like, or during that season of life was just, it took up a lot of time and thoughts and energy. And I feel like every discussion we had was like about the house. Like,
yeah.
we'd go on a date and be like, oh, so what do you think about like our next project? Like, what
Yeah.
should our next project be?
Yeah.
And I remember like going on one date and I was like, can we just like not talk about the house?
Yep. Oh, for sure.
Like, can we just forget that we even own it and just enjoy it? Because we were also in the engagement season. So we always said like Joel was doing the house and I was doing the wedding planning.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I didn't do like so many house projects, like I forget that was like the majority of what I was doing then.
Yeah.
And also like working. We were both
Yeah.
working.
Yep.
And so just like a lot to tackle. And, we had some arguments about the wedding stuff, some overwhelmness, and then it was also all the same like with the house and stuff. So there wasn't a lot of time where it's just like, oh, we're engaged.
Yeah.
This is like a movie,
It was like plan for the wedding, or plan for the house. What do you want for this? What do you want for this? For the wedding. What do you want for this? For the house. And it was it was a crazy time in our life. It was.
Yeah. And I'm not like the greatest with like big changes to my routine.
Yeah.
So, it takes a lot for me to be like, yeah, we can, we can take on this thing or we can do this.
Right.
So, I really wanted to like make my dream home with you and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my gosh, can this just be over with?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just wanted the simple, slow life.
Right.
And we were working towards it, and now, so worth it. But, yeah, that was hard for me.
I feel like we argued a lot during that time because like also we were planning a wedding, but a lot of like our finances were going out to like buy stuff for the house or to, buy stuff for the wedding. And I feel like at an early time in our relationship, we're like, okay, we don't have money for like this, but this and that. And, we kind of get into it a little bit. And
yeah, we just had to think a lot about it. And
yeah.
I feel like that's something that I always think about because I'm really like frugal. So I'd be like, do you really have to buy like all this wood? And you're like, yeah. Like I need the wood. Like, it's gonna be fine. I was like, okay. Like, I don't know. Sometimes like as a wife, I get nervous about finance stuff because I'm not totally like in it.
Yep.
I don't know, but like I'll see, you buy something, and I'm like, oh, but I also have trust in you, and you're not like a willy-nilly spender by any means. So I'm just like not gonna be with anyone who spent more.
That would be tough because like we really had to crack down on like our excessive spending, and like that took both parties, both you and I, contributing to that and not making those unneeded
we were never
purchases.
super like spendy people.
No, but there was definitely a time when we were like, well, do we want to keep renovating the house? We're gonna need money. Do we want to buy things for our wedding? We're gonna need money. So but we definitely had some nights where we sat down and like talked for a while about things, where we had those hard conversations of like, okay, this is what I need for the house, and it's gonna be this much, and you were like, ooh, really? And I'm like preparing you for what's coming, because I'm renovating a house sometimes isn't cheap in certain things. So
thank you for the lesson.
Yeah. So, but I feel like we talked sometimes through it.
Yeah.
Whether we liked each other at the end or not, or in the middle of it, but
we got through it though.
We did. I would say a thing that I struggled with was I felt really overwhelmed by the house project. Like for me being like a new helper at my job, like I, wasn't even an apprentice yet, and taking on a whole house and like gutting the entire thing, and then like not being able to live in it. Like most people think when you buy a house, oh yay, we get to move in, let's get all our friends together, like look at this awesome house. And I felt like we couldn't do that because I'm like, look at our ugly house. Like, don't even look at the outside of it. And so that was really tough for me because I felt like a little bit of pressure to make this awesome house for Clarice. And I feel like it turned out awesome. But just during that time, I was like, oh, this is so much. And
I feel like, you lived in it, so it was probably like seeing very slow progress. Yeah. But you do really well with like time frames, like or like time goals, so like you had 6 months and you really pushed yourself to get there.
I think the thing that helped me the most was, and you too, was taking breaks from it, like saying, oh hey, we are not going to think about the house or talk about the house. Or me personally, I would sit down or like in the room that was finished or go outside and just be like, I'm not thinking about the house. Like I'm going to sit down and eat ice cream and I'm going to not think about the house. And that was like really rejuvenating during those times. But then you got to get back at it because, I was on a time crunch. So.
Yeah. Get out of La La Land.
Yeah. It was definitely hard, but.
Yeah. I feel like we definitely learned a lot about each other, and I feel like it prepared us for marriage in like ways that we didn't really want to be prepared. Like
True, very true.
I just feel like it helped us learn like to communicate with each other, to like work through issues, because they were actually like real life issues instead of just like little things we'd like bicker about.
Right. Like how do you react to this, or
and working like together on some stuff. Like I was like a little helpful, like
you were very helpful.
You'd be like, can you help me with this, or can you I'm not like big muscle person, but I'd help you in little ways, and we got to like do stuff together, and we have like photos from renovating our house together, and seeing like oh, I thought you were gonna call.
I was yawning, sorry folks. No.
But like creating something together was really I don't know, exciting for, like, your start of marriage. And then it was, like, moving into the house that we, like, designed together. And once we got it done, we're like, oh, we're so excited, like, to live here together and make all our memories. And
it's like making your own creation. You feel way more pride and joy, like, making it, because, you know, it has your handiwork, or you get to see it everywhere.
Or you just appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh, there used to be a hole in that wall. Like,
yeah. Like, there used to be a hole in the wall.
You don't think about it when you move into, like, a house that's already done.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think about what went into it. Like,
right.
Literally blood, sweat, and tears. I don't know if you cried, but I did. Softy.
Maybe. I think it made us, like, a team.
Yeah.
You know, we worked together through thick and thin. When we encountered problems, we, you know, came up with a game plan and we talked through it and, you know, moved past it, and we won. We scored. An amazing house. But I really did think we became a great team.
Yeah.
Kind of set us up for the future, whether we knew it or not. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't, like, really reflected on, like, exactly what I learned from that time, like, if it's affected how we are, like, right now.
Sure.
But I'm sure it has, you know, in a lot of ways. But, yeah, I feel like we got to, like, struggle together, but also, like, dream together.
Yeah.
We love, like, dreaming up.
We do.
Our future, or things we want to do.
5-year plan.
Yeah. Podcast ideas.
Maybe we'll put out a podcast of our goals and dreams. It could be fun.
Hold us accountable.
Yeah, tell the people what we are trying to do. Yeah.
I feel like we also learned, like, prioritizing each other, like, in busy seasons.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about that?
That was really important because I feel like I didn't do that very well. You know that.
That was one of my... I'm very needy, okay? But...
You just like spending time with me, and that is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
You're awesome.
Oh, thank
and
you.
I like to spend time with you. But I'm pretty needy and, like, demanding sometimes. And I don't,
She's
like,
a really awesome person, guys. She really is.
And sometimes I don't... I told you, like, I don't really, like, change in, like, my normal. So, you know, there's... Before having a house, like, it was, like, easy. Like, you know, we'd be like, oh, what do you want to do? Watch a movie, go play at the pool hall, like, you know, take a long walk, think about nothing, you know, and then getting into this was like, whoa, this is, like, real life. This isn't just, like, dating or, like, hanging out. And so I feel like I would always come to you and be like, hey, like, I feel forgotten. Or something. And you were, like, really receptive to that. You weren't just like, too bad.
Well, I felt really bad because I was pouring a lot of time and energy and effort into the house, that she would kind of come around the corner and be like, hey, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm really sorry I forgot about you. Like, let's go do something. And
what goes through your mind, though? Like, do you actually forget about me?
Yeah, because I get so, like, enveloped in what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, I need, like, this much OSB, and I need to, like, put it over there, and then I, you know, need to glue this down or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, Clarice, let's, like...
Yeah. But you care about me.
I do.
You really get into things.
Like, I don't do things half.
Yeah. He likes to start and finish.
Yep.
I was like, can you finish later?
No.
In, like, a week, and we haven't done anything else.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, I learned a little bit of, like, you know, being more loose and, you know, feeling, like, understanding that you love me, even if I'm not, like, having all this neediness met.
Right.
And you learned to, like, care and slow down.
Yeah.
So it, like, taught both of us something, but in the moment it was like...
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
Get over here and love me. And then we didn't even want to hang out.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm here. I don't want to hang out with you. Well, I'm here.
Honey, you have to think of it before I tell you about it. Don't you know?
Alrighty, man. Read your woman's mind. That's my advice.
It'll
for
take
you.
50 years. It's okay.
Maybe.
But
I feel like I learned how to trust you, though, a little bit more. Like, you have a really good design eye for things, and, like, I remember going into Menards and just like, there's a million whites, but you're like, this one goes really well with our trim. And then you're like, see, and you pull out like a piece of trim from our house, and you're like, it goes really well together. And I just was like, I had a lot of respect for you because I'm like, wow, you really know how to design things. And I mean, look at our house. Our house is amazingly designed. Yeah, I mean, it really is. Look at her blog, the pictures, ooh, amazing. And so I felt like I learned how to trust you more through that process of like, okay, she does know what she's doing with the paint color or this.
We always like to joke that the house would have looked completely different.
Oh,
had,
yeah.
Like,
it would have looked like a bachelor pad if I would have done it.
Had not a woman's touch been here, but it's sweet. You know, I couldn't have done any of this without you. I could have been like, oh, it should be this color, but I couldn't have made it that color. So we work well together.
We do.
Well, so would you do it again with a future house? Or are you scarred?
No, I definitely would. I feel like the aspect of like putting our own blood, sweat, and tears into it made it super homey feeling. And I really like that aspect. Like, I've never thought this house is not our home. Like, I love coming home after a trip and being like, home. And so with our next house, I feel like if I don't do that, not that I won't feel like home, but it's going to, be more joyful to come home, more like add our touch to it in that way. So I would definitely do it again. I might do it a little differently in some aspects, but yeah.
Well, you know more now.
I do.
And also we'll have kids by the time we get a next house.
Yeah. And we know more about each other too.
Yeah.
So would you do it again?
I definitely would, because I feel like, I don't know, I like putting our touch on it too. And yeah, like I said before, I really like character in homes.
Yeah.
So that's sometimes easier to find in homes that like don't, like they've been neglected a little bit.
Yeah, or older.
Yeah. And oftentimes those need a little work, but some people buy like old homes and completely like modernize them, and I'm like, oh, like that's kind of sad. Like, I like the history. Like, our house is 102 years old, I think, and I mean, you can tell, you can feel it. Yeah. But I like that, so I feel like I would do that again. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I don't know if I would do like more like of a gut job or less what, but yeah, definitely probably nothing with like the foundation or like lifting up the house and like building a basement. I don't know. But that's just where I'm at now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll take them on a wild ride once we buy our new house.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my.
Well, thank you for listening to our house renovation podcast. If you want to follow Clarissa's blog, it is on our website, growingasafamily.com. And you can follow it on Pinterest as well, I think, there. That's a cool place.
Growing as a homemaker.
Growing as a homemaker. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us again, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.